it kind of helped them advance. I mean, do you think this was a conspiracy?
Gotta go with Jacob Butter. Gotta go lefty.
No, we're talking about the players. That's tournament champion to the podcast.
There he is, right there.
Oh, he doesn't even know how to watch. Go to youtube.com and search Down Lane Podcast. Up, bowlers, welcome to Down Lane Podcast. We are streaming live from the lab at Town and Country Lanes. I am your host, Kyle Haines, and with me is the assistant to the host, Anthony Scaccia.
I prefer Anthony Scaccia.
Anthony Scaccia.
Great day to be a lefty.
Left is walled as per usual. Welcome to the show. Austin, how's it going tonight?
Going swell. It's finally not 30 degrees.
It was 34 when we got up this morning.
Well, that's fine. It was 50 during the day.
More importantly,
what?
46 days away
From Nationals, Baton Rouge, USBC Open Championships
2025.
Don't forget to like, subscribe, click the bell to get alerts from the channel. Make sure you go to the YouTube channel, Facebook page, Instagram. And if you can't watch live, you can always download and listen via your favorite podcast service.
Bing, bang.
Tonight, we're going to talk a little bit about the Open Championships. We've got some old guys hanging in there in the top 24. They're in their last round of match play currently. And then we'll talk about, probably touch on OCs because we're so close. And it's our season finale. So this is our last show of the season. We've been done bowling for a couple of weeks. I can't believe it's over. I can't believe spring has arrived and bowling is complete.
I can.
You can?
Yeah. My God.
Do you keep track of how many bowling balls you drilled this year?
Yeah.
How many?
More than one.
Oh, that's not keeping
Good
track.
number.
That is not keeping track.
I did a lot.
A lot of balls. So, Tournament of Champions. We're down to the top 24. All of these guys have been champions previously, technically speaking.
Well, I will say that this was a good lefty week.
Yeah.
After the complaints by whoever complained on the internet.
Are we talking about the integrity one or?
Well, there's a lot of stories that we can really talk about.
Or Nick Lucha one.
Well, no, I was talking more about the guy who complained 0 for 48. Who was that?
0 for 48 was. Oh, yeah. Yeah, because no lefties
No
made it.
lefties made the cut at the Jacks. And then, funny enough, it's like if you were left-handed and you didn't make the cut at this one, you weren't left-handed.
Right. And one of the guys who made the cut complained about it. He's like, the only reason I didn't bowl better is because I was bowling with lefties, which is an insane take, if you ask me.
Could you imagine if a righty was like, yeah, the only reason I bowled bad is because there's other righties.
Oh, that's just another Tuesday.
My God.
Ridiculous.
But yeah, it does seem like it's a good lefty week.
Unless you're EJ Taggett, which just mows them over every time except for last time.
Yeah, I mean,
Players Championship was the only time I think this year that he hasn't been anywhere close.
I think it's interesting because your right-handers that are up at the top are motive guys in the top 5. So EJ and AJ Johnson are motive.
Yep.
And they're in the top 5. The rest are lefties, Butcherf, Hannerhan, and Jesper, the Iceman.
It's absolutely insane how good of a year Motive has had.
Funny enough, I did look at the points system the other day, and Storm was closing.
They're closing the gap.
I did see somebody, one of the guys on the DVA team was like, time to make some noise. And I was like, well, you're in like second to last, so you missed the boat on time to make some noise.
Who's in last? I thought they were in last.
They might be in last.
I'd have to look again.
Not
but
like it's that important.
They are at the bottom.
Yeah,
You're
they were like,
absolutely
time
right.
to make some noise.
Yeah.
Or let's make some noise. I was like, man, you should have had that mindset like 3 weeks ago.
When we actually started. 100%.
It feels like it was 3 weeks ago.
Ebonite is in last.
Ebonite's in last because, of course, why would Brunswick even have them? But
that's impressive.
Didn't they take track out? They took track out, left
Track
Ebonite in.
Oh, Storm is within 2,000.
Yeah, they were close.
And how many weeks do we even have left after the tournament champions? I don't
know because I feel like tournament champions should be the final. Like it should be the
close
closing.
of the season. But we do have after this week
the league,
the Battle of the Brands.
Yep.
So the top ones, and then the PBA playoffs.
Yep.
And then the tour finals. PBA tour finals. Then you got the doubles, and then the Lucky Larson Masters. That's summertime.
Well, yeah.
Not really part of
We
the.
got some stuff
I guess it's technically part of the season, but not really.
Yeah. Before we get too far into the ABP,
I don't know what that means.
I'm dyslexic. PBA, ABP.
Okay.
We should talk about what we've got planned for the next upcoming weeks, Kyle.
What's going on in the next couple of weeks? Oh, the next week.
Yeah, well, that's
one week away is the Players Tour.
1 week away is our first Players Tour. 100 people paid, ready to rumble. Pattern is out.
100 registered bowlers paid. I'm extremely ecstatic about that.
Yeah, it's going to be a great time. Jimmy's got everything kind of set up. So if you are in the area or you are bowling that, everything's looking like it's getting pretty good here. Everything's pretty good. We've got that. Next Friday, Kyle and I go battle states.
Yeah. We've got some big players on those teams. Big time players.
Bring your square ball for those lane beds.
Yeah. Have we seen any scores yet from states?
Don't even know if they've started.
Me
might
neither.
be doing the first
They have
week.
to be. They have to have started already. But anyway, yeah, we got Friday states, then Sunday
9 games.
Yeah.
Sunday 5 plus 3 plus.
Is the top half of your camera frozen?
No, looks good.
On my screen, it is froze solid.
Looks good to me.
Weird.
Yeah. So then we got Players
5 to
Tour on
1.
Sunday.
Yeah, 5-1 up at Glens Falls. Players Tour is what, 3.5. The left side is harder than the right side.
Yeah, 3.5. Yep.
You're welcome.
Thank God.
So if the lefties win, this just means we're far superior, which we will.
Mm.
We've got 41 feet for that. 41 feet, 30.3 milliliters, 3.5 to 1. I believe that's what we're bowling on.
I don't remember.
It is shape shifted to the right, so the lefty's got to move. The gutter might hook a little too much, forcing them in a little bit, which will be interesting to see how they play down there at the Boulevard. Then the week after that, I don't know what you're doing, Kyle, but I'll be bowling the regional. I did sign up.
I didn't sign up yet.
I did sign up. We're going to be bowling on not Earl Anthony, so it's anything anybody's guess there. It could be
But
good
it's also
for me.
another Glens Falls location, which I bowled once or bowled well once up there this year at the doubles, and then New Year's Day did not go well. Were we up there a third time?
No, because it got canceled.
Oh, okay. Normally we are up there 3 times, but
So we have that regional coming up on the Chameleon, the shapeshifter.
I don't even know if we had to have bowled on that ever. No,
I mean, we've bowled on it before, but not at a regional. Oh, wait, yeah, we did at Glens Falls
that was Chameleon.
when I bowled Bill O'Neill.
Oh, years ago.
That was a few years ago.
Yeah.
Year before that was Don Johnson, I think.
Don Julio.
I think.
Hmm.
And then this year where they got the Chameleon, but the Chameleon is longer now, they're saying.
Oh.
41 feet, I think.
Changed
32 mils or something.
Mm.
Don't worry, I'll still use red ball.
Or level.
Or level, yeah. I've been working on my game a little bit, throwing it good.
Mm-hmm.
Then we've got states again with the big group. The 2 weeks after that, I believe.
Group TNC.
Group TNC.
In May.
Yeah, so Zach, I ended up getting roped into bowling.
A couple other folks.
Yeah, I was supposed to be a filler. Turned out I am on the team now. Somehow.
Making a team.
Nah, making a team, I guess. It's me and Matt. We got to figure out. Oh, Kyle's going. Me, Matt, Kyle,
Marburger.
and the other guy's up in the air.
Marbs. We call them Marbs.
Yeah, Marb's right.
Or Burger. All right. Well, yeah. So
And
we
then
got
we got
a crap
nationals after
ton
that.
of bowling. Yeah. So we've got actually
Thanks, Tommy.
a
I do
good
have,
amount of practice.
I have the information on this year's Chameleon if you'd like it.
41 feet, 32 milliliters.
33.
So close. 33 mils. The place hooks, but now it's like you got to still sand your ball.
It's going to be great because I'm going to get right on the gut. Really?
I can't use my IQ Tour. It's got a whole plug in it. Full size plug.
I'm pretty sure you can use that.
I was under the impression that it was
3/4 of an inch.
quarter of an inch. The hole has to take up 3/4 of the plug.
Just bevel up the thumb a little bit more. Freaking rain.
It's a hole off to the side.
Yeah, just bevel it off.
I shouldn't say a hole. It's a plug
Chill on
off to the
IQ
side.
Tour.
I don't need it.
Seen you
Till I
bowling,
need it.
might need it, yeah. Good thing I got one up there.
So yeah, a lot of stuff, a lot of practice we need to do too for nationals. Last night did not go well. We bowled a little
Last time
sweeper
went great.
at Boulevard Bowl.
You might not be happy. I was happy.
Well, all right. To be fair, I felt like I was throwing it good, but I didn't bring any of the right stuff. If I hit the pocket, I barely struck because everything there in the track hooks. So if I got left and threw it right, it would jump over the track and skid out. And then if I missed in a hair, it would just hook hard. It would like in the front, not down lane. It would hit not when the pattern ends. It would hook. It would hook at the arrows and start going straight. So everything was getting offline really, really fast.
Not for me.
I switched my IQ Tour. That worked a little bit better, but that was my best game, like 210 or something.
I think I told Nick to do that, and Nick ended up shooting 260.
Yeah.
When I told him to do that. But I played a little closer to the gutter. I used a level. I mean, I had a good look. It was just a little finicky. You know, if I didn't strike, I really split, which, you know, you don't have the right ball reaction there. But I was striking so well that I didn't want to move. And then I'm like, all right, don't just kind of keep it in the right zone, and don't zone. I mean, like, you know, speed and area. And you're going to, you know, spare out for 200, 3-7. Next game, I strike out for 200. I go to the next game. So like, I'm like -14, which was a good spot because the scores weren't overly high. And then I shoot 175 or something. And, you know, the weird part was I said, all right, just keep it up the lane, you know, move a little left. This lane got a little tricky. So I move left and be a little softer on it. 3-7. So that I shot my 170. Then I said, well, I'm not really out of it, but I'm going to try and get a big game here. Move 2 right. Went to my exponent, solid. Don't know what surface it was at. Don't ask me. I didn't surface anything. They look like charcoal from the Masters. So could bet anything. And ended up shooting 237 the last game. So it was actually not terrible. My spare shooting was good. Just the only problem is when you're leaving so many splits, you're not in the right part of the lane. Yeah. So I moved about 5 right after the first game where I opened. And then they were a little bit better. But
I tried to up 5 with the attention star, and it looked okay. And then as soon as I had to start moving a little left, immediate hook. It just went dead left. That's when I went back into the middle of the lane.
You learn how to trick.
It was a little bit better, but if I did try to like get a little more on the side, 60 feet. Just went 60 feet, never recovered. That's the thing about that place is like the track, like we said, they're old. They've been there for 20 years now or something, right? Yeah, almost 25 years. So the track is just beat up. It's got probably thousands and thousands of games on it. And are you raising your hand? Oh, yeah. Okay. It's interesting because when you played left and you missed a little bit right, it would hit that, I'll call it fresh part of the lane where right of 5 is probably fresh.
Yeah, right.
And it would just immediately take off, never recover. Like you said, it would be a 210 or barely nick the head pin or not even make it. Or if you just got it up the lane a little bit, immediately hooked. So yeah, it's going to be interesting next week. I know the pattern was designed for the age of the panels and what have you for the Players Tour, but I think it's still going to be interesting.
Oh, it's going to be interesting. You know, the other thing I think about is, you know, there hasn't been really a lot of, I don't know if there's been a sport shot event there since the kids bowling, the CYST.
Well, Mike and Mikey's doing the sweepers now. I think he's done a few of them.
Wednesday night, that was kind of, I thought last night was kind of like the first night.
Well, they did one Sunday.
Yeah.
But I think Drexel doubles.
But I think Sunday was just Sunday.
Gotcha.
Like Wednesday is for adults and kids, and they're trying to work on that. I would prefer to go there next week. We have to see what our schedule is for the practice sessions for our team. But it was good. It was good practice to go down there. It's going to be interesting because nobody's really been there in a few years. So the scouting report, like when you go to Glens Falls, everybody kind of knows the scouting report. You know,
but we haven't gone pair to pair there in ever.
That's what I'm saying. Well, I have.
It hasn't been since
I was. I think I went there when I was 23.
It hasn't been since Huck Finn's when I had to cross lanes there.
8 years. Does I cross lanes there?
Yeah, a long time.
Tournament club.
Oh, we did do one at tournament club there. You're right. I just have no recollection of what it was like.
I remember that we put out 40 feet and it played like 45 feet.
Right.
Like crap. I know that.
Yeah,
I don't remember
there either. I mean, it's gonna be great because I think there's no scouting report for anybody really.
Yeah.
You know, it's going to be, you know, the pattern will be fine. It'll play how it plays. But, you know, there's no scouting report. We got 1 through 40 going. So, I mean.
100 players. It's crazy.
You know, it's going to be interesting to see how everybody fares.
It's going to be a great day. And Jim is going to be
stellar. He's going to be pristine.
Point.
He's going to be pristine. I can't wait to see him in a suit jacket.
Is he really?
I don't know.
Well, if Jim's listening or watching, this is
Suit
your
jacket.
cue. Suit jacket.
With the tie.
All right. So yes, a lot of bowling coming up. And you got your doubles league on Monday nights that you do in the spring.
24 teams. Handicap doesn't matter if you bowl in a league or not. But yeah, we start this Monday for 10 weeks. 2 matches a night, 4 games.
That's, I think, the most fun part is that
Austin bowls with us.
you're basically bowling a whole season of matches, but in only 10 or 12 weeks or something, right?
Yeah, so we got 24 teams. So how we're going to do it this year is we're going to break up into 2 divisions randomly. I'm just going to do it. BLS does it for us. And we've got, it's called the Strikes division and the Spares division. And so we're going to bowl, that'll make it 12 and 12, which will take roughly 5.5, 6 weeks to bowl everybody. Right. And then you can have your interleague or whatever, your interdivision matches. So that way that fills out some of the other slots. And then the last week we're going to do position round in the division. And then the winners of each division there, like one will face one from the other division. 2 will face 2 in the other division to try to seed it out a little bit. See who comes where. Well, I guess we could do like 1 versus 1. I mean, for the championship, but that's how we're going to kind of do it to get, you'll face everybody in your division. So then it's kind of fair. And then you'll have your interleague, which will be a little bit different. That's not as necessarily fair, I would say, but we'll do a position round at the end, maybe another position round after, because when you do 12 teams, technically the 6th week, the first week would be the first match on the 6th week would be a scheduled match. And then the second match on the 6th week would be a position round. Or it would be go to interleague play, technically. So you would want to go, maybe you position round there, and then you position round at the end. Because then you can have 2 position rounds out of 20 matches, and you can have 18 other matches. Or no, we would be 16 normal matches, 2 position rounds. Because it'd be 18, and then the last week you would do your position rounds in each division, and then the championship week.
Got it.
Championship match. Yeah, it's a whole wild ride. I got to make sure I have it written out because I got to talk to everybody. We have some newbies, some people who just like to bowl, have fun.
And you do move pairs to go do that second match, right?
Yeah. So like we'll be on a pair on 9 and 10,
Yep.
and Austin has bowled in this league, and he's bowling this year again. So it's a lot of fun, a lot of young guys, a lot of fun. But we'll start 9 and 10, and then if I've got to bowl Austin, we'll go to like 17, 18.
Right.
The machine moves the names for us and everything.
Yeah, it's nice.
Then we go over there, and then the score sheets I usually do front back.
Oh, nice.
And then you leave your score sheet there. So 9 and 10, once you're done, they just flip it over, and then the other match is on the backside.
You're amazing.
No, it's just logistics, It's a lot of fun.
All right. So Tournament of Champions is running currently, and EJ Tackett was in the lead. Guess who took over the lead?
Jesper Svensson. I know. I already saw that.
He shot 258, 268, and EJ shot 191, 277. And it looks like Jesper is up by almost 300 pins. No, 100 pins. Sorry, 66 pins. I can't do math. This math is hard. So they've got a few more games to go, obviously. But Jesper's 11-7-0, and EJ is 10-8-0.
You don't have to put the O in if they don't actually have a tie.
Well, there's a tie. AJ Johnson, 10-7-1.
But they don't have a tie. So
I get it. But yeah, lefty party. Jesper, EJ, then back to lefty. Packy, Jacob Turf, and AJ Johnson. Grandpa.
Zach, are you routing for Major Mika or are you rooting for Major Mika?
Dude, I am definitely rooting. I know he can't spell, but I am rooting for Major Mika. But he's still in 11th. Like he's been holding.
How about the best part about
holding
Major
strong
Mika
at 11th
bowling here is that at the Masters he went to see if there was an open slot and they kicked the guy out after the first 2 games, and he didn't get to bowl.
Oh really? Oh, he went to go fill in a spot if it became open.
Yeah, because he's Michigan. I think,
my
right?
God!
And they didn't put him in, but then yet they had that guy who.
Yeah. Is an idiot.
Yeah, so that was kind of disappointing.
Ridiculous.
I could have maybe beat somebody else of importance, but he didn't bowl, so we'll never know.
He's Major Mika. That was a major. You have no chance.
Probably true.
Game 3 just uploaded, and Jesper still in the lead, 203, but EJ 178 this game. Yikes.
Now I'll say I got insider information on Jesper.
Go.
He's left-handed.
Of course he is.
Hey,
That's all you need to know. Left-handed with the
No thumb.
what's he gonna throw?
red
Red ball, I guess.
He
no
throws a red
level?
ball or level, yeah.
Does he like the level?
I mean, I seen him throw it at the Masters. I
Mm.
thought
So
I used it last night.
my guess is urethane. Another urethane. Urethane probably. Nope, there's another lefty. Urethane. Probably a lot of urethane going down the lane on the left
You
side.
guys are just jealous that we're so versatile.
That's the opposite of versatile.
No, it's not.
Throw in the same spot with the same ball every single time, every pattern.
Every pattern is different. So if we're able to do it, we're versatile.
I think the patterns are versatile, and you guys are.
That makes no sense.
Anyway, Ethan Fior made the cut,
Last right now, though.
but he's
the
in
catchers,
24th.
right?
Yeah.
Listen,
The
he's
last
riding all
round of
time.
match
Did he
play.
win 100K?
Yeah. He's living the life, man.
He's won 80 more than I have in one event. So, I mean, he's probably doing good. I mean, I wonder what his tax. Oh, he's Florida.
Nice.
Good
That's
for
pretty
that
sick.
guy.
That's smart.
Good for that kid.
So just
Apparently he's going to buy a regular sized bed now.
but we got two seniors still in the cut. We were talking about that before. We got the young guns versus the senior guys. Mika hasn't bowled.
No. You said veterans.
I did say veterans.
Mika's up to 10th.
Because EJ's a
Good.
vet.
Go Mika up to 10th.
Graham Fa,
He's
John
13
Maldonado,
and 6.
Mika. Those guys, Tom Smallwood, Stu Williams, Jason Belmonte, Tom Doherty. I don't know who this Matt Zui guy is. Don Barrett. Those guys to me are the cheeky vets.
Yeah, but I was going with like actual senior status, which is Tom Doherty and Mika. They're still in the cut and are really the old guys. Although Tom Doherty is not
50.
that old, but he just cracking into the 50. So is he gonna hit the 50 tour soon?
I mean, I
Blow
hope.
him up?
I mean, that'd be a good idea. But I mean, do you want to do that?
Well, you don't. You can do both, can't you?
Yeah,
Like
why
once
not?
this
Chris
tour
Barnes
is
does it.
over, yeah, you can go bowl your 50. But anyway, yeah. So I was just excited to see Mika back bowling PBA stuff because I know he's coaching over in UAE,
What the freak is that?
United Arab Emirates. Really?
Is that a place?
Are you kidding me right now? Learn your geography. Yes, it is a country.
United Arab Emirates.
You ever heard of Dubai?
Yeah.
Okay, there you go.
Oh, Dubai?
Yeah,
Why'd you say Dubai instead of UAE?
because that's what he coaches for is UAE, United Arab Emirates.
I thought
The
Emirates. I thought Emirates was
Airline?
like a yeah.
Yes, Emirates is an airline, but
They own Dubai.
no, never mind. All right, let's not get muddled
They have a soccer team too.
in geography here.
I digress.
Yeah, you do. Anyway, I now I've lost my complete train of thought. Mika was awesome, and now he's back in PBA, and I like it. But who did you say the other veterans were that you would call the old guys?
Not old.
Smallwood.
No. The word veteran.
Yeah. Fair enough.
Smallwood.
Belmo, Smallwood.
Stuart Williams.
TD.
I even call EJ is of that to me.
Oh,
He's
yeah.
not like a young. He's not like an E30.
Yeah, what is he like? 30 some
He's more vetty.
30-ish,
He's more of a
31,
vet.
25? I can't remember how old he is.
Jason Belmonte, Bill O'Neill.
How many years on tour are you saying to qualify as a vet?
Oh man.
Well, let me look up the definition.
That's a good question. I would have to say you got to put in 10 years, right, to be like a real veteran.
I was going to say 10 years.
Yeah. But when you have like also the age and wisdom behind you too, it's like, you could have
Long experience
8
in a particular field.
So
Long experience.
if we're talking 10 years as qualifying as a veteran, AJ Johnson is also a veteran.
and I think the technical definition would be, once you're not a rookie, you're, I guess, seasoned or veteran or whatever. But
I mean, maybe in sports, but in
yeah,
this
that's what I'm
case-
talking about. Sports. Yeah.
In this case, I know it is a sport, but I would say that I think veteran would be more of like because I mean, technically, I am like if I went out and made a show, it's gonna say I'm like a 3-year PBA member, but I never act. I'm a rookie, really. I'm not a real.
Yeah. Well, you have to go full time to be rookie status. And that,
So I would be a rookie if I went out there.
yeah, if you started to actually bowl on tour, sure.
I'm not going to. Trust me.
What do you mean the money is so good there?
I just don't think that makes any sense. If you're a member of the organization, you're technically a professional. Then how can you?
But the rookie status is for the tour, not for your PBA membership.
Then why do both? Why?
What do you mean why?
That's what I'm saying. Makes no sense.
Because
PBA,
the membership,
PBA
because
PBA.
they sucker people into buying the memberships.
PBA is PBA is PBA. If you're PBA, then you should every year you're on, it should count.
That doesn't make any sense. The rookie is for the national tour. Just because you bowl 20 regionals doesn't mean that you're a veteran. It means that you've never, I shouldn't say never, but like
You're a regional vet.
Right. But you're a rookie if once you start bowling in the national tour. They're two separate, I'm not going to say organizations,
Seems like a
but they're
double
two
standard.
separate. That doesn't make any sense. I don't think your brain is working today. Did you get enough sleep last night?
Dude, this vitamin D pill is really kicking me up early. I'll tell you that much. I'm up at like 9 o'clock every day. Like that's like whoa.
But well, think about it this way. So you got, I was saying, young guns versus veterans or whatever. So like when you're EJ Tackett and Major Mika shows up, are you thinking like, oh, well, I'm bowling Mika Koivuniemi, or like, is it just another day for EJ? Like, what do you? I'm trying to guess what his mentality would be, but what would his mentality be, or what do you think his mentality is, or is it EJ? Is it just another game, or is it like Mika Koivuniemi is
Who's that?
a great? I'm not dealing with this today.
I'm just telling you what his mindset is.
Oh, you're saying EJ's
Who the
saying
freak's that guy?
Because it could have been from you. Not knowing who.
Yeah, I don't know a lot of
Mika
the players.
is.
I do know him because he's really tall
Yeah,
and he lofts it.
big time.
Well, I don't know if he lofts it or is he just so tall it just
It ends up being a lot, but he does put it upward a little bit.
yeah. So
At least he used to.
yeah, EJ is probably like, yeah, who's this guy? Yeah, all right, whatever. Won a few times, me too.
Well, EJ's definitely surpassed him already.
So he's probably like, yeah. I mean, he's probably like not that arrogant. Doesn't seem like that, but
I don't
like
think so either.
he's probably like, yeah, all right, I'm bowling Mika. That's cool.
It's just another game for me.
They've probably crossed before in a path of life,
Sure.
so it probably doesn't.
Yeah, EJ's been on tour since 09.
And you got to remember, EJ bowls with the greatest bowler of all time already,
It's
in
true.
Jason Belmonte.
Yeah.
So it doesn't really.
And beats him.
Well, yeah, he does. You're right.
So I guess yeah, his mentality. What about the other kid? Like, what about Ethan? Like, this is his first tournament champions because he won a week ago, or days ago, really.
Like a week ago.
So is he still feeling like his normal PBA mentality, or being able to bowl with all these legends that have won tournaments? Is he a little more nervous? Although, I mean,
No, I think
he made the top 24, so he did pretty good.
I'm not gonna lie. I would think that these kids nowadays are just primed and ready for the challenge. Anyway,
Did you see his not mentality, his
mannerisms?
no, just his energy, his lack of energy, whatever you want to call it. His
very relaxed.
like no
I'm gonna
smile.
go throw this shot and then I'm gonna sit down.
Yeah, it was just like, even when he won, he was like, yeah,
I think
this is fun.
I think that the kids now are more primed and ready, like I was saying, because they already bowl junior gold. They bowl in all these like tour type events where they're putting out sport shots.
Mhm.
And I feel like back in the day of, hey, you got to really get your time out here to figure it out. I feel like that's kind of gone away a little bit. Maybe learning the transition with the guys and how high the rev rate is compared to everything else you're going to bowl. That's probably the transition part, but the experience part, I feel like, is not as an uphill climb to get to, because there's so many more avenues for bowling to succeed and bowl at a higher level. Plus, you can bowl all these adult events anyways.
Yep.
So, the experience level for some of these guys is unreal. You look at Ryan Barnes and this Ethan guy; they got a lot of. I would say
pressure time.
Ryan, I think, a little bit differently because he played a different sport for, I think, majority of his life. He was a basketball guy, right?
Basketball for a long
Yeah,
time.
he wasn't a bowler. So he's got a little bit of a different handle on it, but obviously his dad is there, so he's got a lot of experience through his eyes. But the Ethan kid probably bowled a mile. He's probably bowled a mile.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
It doesn't, but I understand what you're saying.
He bowled a lot. So
Yeah.
he probably has been there, done that before, he probably has his own routine. He's ready to rumble.
I will also say that I know for a fact he's made 3 match plays in majors this year. So, not to mention having a 7-ball roll off with the best this year. I think he's just confident in his game.
Well, he should be. It's pretty good.
I think he's also in the right ball manufacturer.
I think he throws it better than Kyle.
He's got no thumb. If you take your thumb out, you automatically throw it better than me. At least some people.
I don't.
But of all people to compliment his game, your dad was very impressed. He's like, he's got a really nice game, but he does have a very kind of classic two-handed game.
He reminds me of Cuzzy.
You're right, because you're Tommy shoots his hand way up there.
He posts it
Yeah,
like a
and
two-hander.
he posts it like
Yeah, like he's a one-hander.
yeah.
But a lot of the one-handed, like it's like a one-handed post.
Yeah.
It's not like the normal two-hander where they're like really over or whatever.
Right.
They're off balance.
His shoulders are way up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're like they come up.
His trail leg is kicked way out.
Oh yeah. Pulls just like a one-hander as
Yep.
a two-hander. That's what he reminded me of. And then his three-step approach, interesting enough. I mean, it just shows you how much power these guys generate with nothing, like no steps, nothing to really, have to run up or do. So it's impressive to watch. Did we watch it
Did we watch what?
when he won?
I watched.
We were at my
Did
mom's.
you watch?
Yeah, I was watching.
Oh yeah, we were watching, and then after Ryan lost to Ethan, Chris had to present the trophy to Ethan.
Yeah,
Yes.
that was fun to watch. Not for any reason. It was just like, Barnes is. I think he must have been representing the players committee or whatever, right? Like because it's the players championship, so they had him there.
I believe so.
Yeah. So
Hey, did they have any random college guys this year allowed in, or
I didn't see any. All
Well,
right,
that's
I really
weird.
don't know.
that's weird?
So anyway, it was like Brian definitely had a look, but and that was like his best game on TV, right? That was probably one of his better games on TV to lose by.
He really just missed. He missed a couple makeables that if he makes, he's
Right
a
there.
lot closer.
But yeah, watching Ethan just have zero excitement whatsoever was like, all right, man, you got to pump up the crowd a little bit. Like, I know you don't want to mess up your game, but we need some energy. At least
Well,
on the last shot
Well,
when
let
you
me
win.
ask you, what did Rory do? He was pretty steady Yeti.
Yeah, I'm saying on the
Until the ball
but the
dropped
last
in the
shot
cup.
when it went into the cup, he was absolutely lost it. Also, I thought
I don't know
thought
about
for
Steady
sure-
Eddie. He whiffed the win on 18.
He means his attitude though. Just,
Oh yeah.
he
was a
was
normal
pretty
human.
good, but that shot in the 15th was unbelievable.
Yeah, what happened?
Did you not see it?
No.
He was behind trees, hooked it
He hit
dead
he hit a
center.
pretty good hook. Yeah.
What was he? 5 feet out?
Yeah. That was pretty close.
5 feet from the cup, from I forget how many yards, but it was a
was
huge
ridiculous.
hook around the
Yeah.
trees.
I don't understand why people are so impressed. Just go to the
Absolutely
driving
stabbed
range
it.
and watch me hit for a while. You'll see a hook.
You mean slice? Oh, hook for a righty.
I can do
Oh
both.
no, you play righty. That's right.
I can do both. I can really
Yeah.
shove it left and really hit one right. But when I get out to the course, man, I don't know where it's going. I mean,
Yeah.
I can do it every shot if you want to see it. I don't know what's so impressive about him hitting a hook or a slice.
Oh, okay. the one course that you probably play the most at, where the driving range is along the first hole, it's very dangerous for you to be on the range because it could literally be just
Oh, I can
crashing
send missiles over there.
Yeah.
At least I'm accurate. I mean, I can put him in a spot.
And that's one time Anthony hits the fairway. He's like, I hit the fairway dead center. Yeah, but we're on the driving range, Ant.
Well, I found out that the balls were different.
They are
Yeah. Sure.
That's what I was told.
No, well, I mean, driving range balls are trash compared to your playing balls. But but
They have less spin.
but the guys
Less spin?
100% less spin, because when you're like, I'm hitting them straight today.
I was
They're
like,
going dead straight.
Yeah, I was so excited to play. I was like, man, what happened from
Couldn't
the time
find
I
the
played
fairway.
last time where I didn't know what was going on? Now I'm like, all of a sudden, what happened?
But the guys on tour, they their balls are all probably Titleist or top place or something, like legit
Did he? Yeah.
on the
Yeah.
range.
Speculation that the pros get different balls.
Then
Oh.
They say they don't, but I heard they do.
who? What are we talking about?
One guy was like, "Oh, this is a regular ball." And everyone went up in arms.
In the virtual golf league that
Yeah.
Tiger made.
Yeah.
There was a comment made like, "Oh, they were Pro V1s," and he was like, "Oh, these are
These are the standard normal.
these are the
people
standard
ones.
ones. These aren't the tour ones."
Yeah.
Oh.
I was like, "Hey, shh.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then somebody was like, and he was like, "Oh,
I don't know if it was a joke or whether there's actually legitimacy to it."
Yeah.
There's legitimacy to it. I swear to God, there is.
Now, what about bowling balls? Do the pros get different bowling balls?
I'll be completely honest with you. The first batches are always better than the second. So yeah,
Why do you think that?
quality control probably is
Fresh.
a little bit
More
the first
attentive?
It's not
Maybe,
really.
yeah.
I mean, first first run is generally not huge mass production at that point, is it? Because
they're getting
all
ready.
their pre-mades.
Yeah, I would assume they're getting ready, so they're not going to do like 200. They probably do like maybe 150 or 100.
That's not a lot of bowling balls for the truck, though.
Well, what I'm saying is,
Plus, they
The
sell
ones that you
thousands
smaller,
each.
Yeah.
just a smaller batch than their
yeah,
mass.
well, okay,
production.
let's say they do 200.
Their test run is probably a couple hundred.
Okay.
And then their production run's got to be thousands.
Okay, so whatever you think, Kyle, is fine.
Yeah, but their first batch is not going to go to sale with 100 bowling
No, it
balls.
goes to their
That's like
staff members
one
and then the
distributor.
truck.
and the pros.
That's still not enough. I mean, how many
200?
Storm guys are on staff?
I'm
On
talking
the
like
tour.
the
The
national
tour staff,
guys.
yeah.
I understand.
National.
Yeah.
You don't think 200 is
And they all
enough?
drilled 2 or 3 of them. That's not enough.
Well, by the
100?
time they get to drilling two,
Maybe.
they're
I mean, I don't
probably
know.
already being mass produced.
The first ones are always better. That's
Anyway.
why I always look at the serial code and try to figure out which ones are the first batches.
I was going to ask what your prediction was for the tournament champions, but I don't even want to get into it because it's going to be all lefties anyway. So
Wow, what's wrong with that? About time they got a break.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Kevin McCune.
you think so? You think he's going to make it back in?
He can't freaking beat the lefties. Who's up there? Is Jacob
He's also
Butter-
in 8th.
Jacob Butterfield's
Yeah,
got to be
he's
right
in
there,
eighth,
right?
but he's only 100 pins out of third.
I get it. Would you say butt turf? He's
Yeah.
in 3rd. And he's at 1392. And EJ's got 1513.
I hate to say it, but I see EJ winning.
You really think so?
If EJ gets the step ladder and the lefties are complaining about too many lefties making the cut and bowling good, he's gonna be the only righty on the show.
It's going to be four lefties and
EJ
and a
Tech.
righty. Yeah. Good point. Good point.
And
So,
they're all gonna
and-
throw in
and-
urethane.
The only thing is he's got to make it through 2 games. So, but two lefties. Let's say he stays in second, is what I was getting at. Although he could have a good run at the last few games here and take first back over. But yeah, let's say he's in first or second to make the show. Then you've got 2 or 3 lefties in front of him on
They're
the
gonna
same
throw
pair,
urethane.
and they're all going to throw urethane, and they're all going to
Complain.
go crazy. It'd be fun to watch.
Slick wasn't too happy
Kevin
about it this week,
McCune,
was he?
remember it.
Who the heck is Slick?
Kevin Williams.
Why is his name Slick?
He puts it on his shirt.
I did not know that.
SLIK. SLIQ.
Is that his rapper name?
I don't know.
Yeah, it might be.
It's horrible.
I'm gonna look up his photo.
So you still think EJ is gonna take the top
I
spot?
hate to say this, I'm a lefty connoisseur, so I'm gonna pick a lefty because I believe in the lefties. And I'm gonna have to pick.
Jay Williams up to 6.
I'm gonna pick Jesper.
He's been quiet this year, hasn't he?
Yeah, but if urethane's in play with his 7 trillion rev rate, it's hard to beat.
Yeah.
You know,
Yep. I get it.
He made a TV show this year, right?
Jesper.
I want to say yes.
It was one of the animal patterns, wasn't it? World Series.
Couldn't tell you.
I don't remember either.
I'm just looking to find the picture of the guys.
Austin, who do you think is going to win?
Told you, Kevin McCune.
Oh, you did say that. Sorry. Has he even bumped up at all?
He's in 8th.
He was higher earlier.
That don't matter.
So Slick.
How could he?
What does
be,
that even mean?
How could he be? What do you mean higher earlier today?
Yet, no. In
He's 32.
after the first or second round of match
Oh,
play,
okay.
he was
I was
higher
gonna
up.
say he's got like 7-0 going into the first 3.
Yeah, I think maybe I was either looking at qualifying. Yeah, he was like 6th in the first round of match play.
He's only 75 pins out of 3rd place.
That's good. That's good. Anything can happen with bonus pins. You know what I mean? Have a big game, bonus pins. It's all there. All right. Should we talk about Open Championships again? I know we talked about it last week, but we're getting so close. Practice is starting. We've got people trying to get to the lanes and get their games in order. Has anybody been coming in to get some bowling balls?
No, I don't think so.
No. That's it.
Yolanda.
What about Nietzsche? Sneech.
Oh yeah, he got one.
Yeah.
Got him a
A couple
hyperdrive.
people. Austin, did you buy anything yet?
Yeah, I'm gonna get a level.
Oh yeah, it's right there.
Really? A level for Austin. I just don't. see
I
you
also,
using something like that.
I worked on walking straighter to the line on the right side.
Horrible idea.
Only for when I'm trying to play right.
Just kidding. So the level, what do you think it's going to do for you? What is your plan with the level?
I hope it goes down the lane and it hits the head pin, hopefully in the right spot.
Yeah, but are you trying to play straighter? Are you trying to, like, is that what the point is? Keep it up the...
I mean, I watch all the videos of the guys out there right now. There's no one hook at the lane.
Yeah, you're talking about nationals
Yeah,
and
yeah.
doubles and singles.
Nobody's
Is
hooking the
super
lane.
tight. It looks like it.
Why not just bring something out that gives me the possibility to be closer to the right?
Mm.
You know?
Mm-hmm. How you going to lay it out?
Oh, that's Anthony's job.
I don't know yet.
I mean, it already,
I
like,
have to think about
grabs
it.
the lane.
I have to think about it.
2-inch pin?
No, not with a differential.
Not good?
2.7. We have to see. We have to see exactly what we're thinking of for Austin. I gotta watch him a little bit. We gotta see if we're gonna try and get him straighter. If we try to get him straighter, we'll use a longer pin, like a 4.5-inch pin, because he's a little bit more rev rate dominant.
Mhm.
We'll probably do like 4.5 by 1, 4.5 by 0, something like that. That way he gets kind of a urethane look, but it's gonna flare a little bit less for him. That way it kind of clears the fronts a little bit more.
Mm.
Because the straighter Austin can get, I think, with that ball, with his rev rate, I think the better off he'll be. Because he can always open it up if they start to hook with that ball or something a little bit different. But yeah, I mean, that's what we're looking at for him.
Yeah, that's the only thing I'm adding. I'm
I don't think you need
pretty
anything
happy
else.
with everything else I have.
Just as long as you fix that phase AI.
That might not even go.
I wouldn't be
Zen
surprised.
The Zen
Yeah,
would
I
be
got a
the
Zen
ball to go.
25.
Yeah.
The AI is probably not going to go.
S2?
S2 is going to go.
Mhm.
The original Attention Star is going to go.
How do you guys know what you're bringing already?
Because we actually practice.
I'm bringing three bags because I'm driving out.
So I will say that I am going to drill a few. I told somebody that I had my Nationals bag kind of set, which I kind of do because how much different can they be from year to year? I mean, I don't need to reinvent the wheel.
Right, especially you.
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to throw, a urethane, a level. I'm going to add the level in, take the Attention Star out that I had last year. We'll add the level in. I do have like a Reality or an Ion Max, which I'm kind of sold on the Ion Max after watching Pepe throw his. So I've got one of those.
You guys throw very similar.
We don't though.
Real
do we?
close.
No, just kidding.
But I like the way his rolled, and that's a ball
Yeah.
that I'm comfortable with. So it's
And
something.
it rolls. It's very rolly.
Yeah. And so I'm trying to see how that one will be. I'm debating between my Idol, my Sublime Focus, and a Phase 2. The Idol I brought last year. It just depends on like how tight they look. I don't know how much hook I'm really gonna need.
It seems like doubles and singles is very tight.
Yeah. So I mean,
And the team event, just from the videos that we see anyway, the team event looks like, because we only get the shots at the end, and so the righties are at least still 15 or left. So they're still breaking down like we're used to seeing. But doubles and singles looks like in game 3 or 4, we've seen guys play right up 10. So like, and like shove it into a hold spot almost.
I am gonna experiment though with a ball.
What ball?
Rockstar.
And how are you going to do it?
So I ordered a few balls the other day to get ready for the couple events we have
Upcoming
coming here.
tournaments that are popping up.
And I was thinking, I don't throw a lot of shiny stuff, and I brought a Summit Peak out there last year. And as much as I think that ball will be good out there because it's still rolly, it's clean and rolly, and I like that type of a look. I was thinking that maybe I could get away with, a different solid that's a little bit less cover than a Sublime or kind of like a Phase 2, but a little bit weaker pin, a little longer pin to make it flare less, and then use like 500 grit and then power edge on it or compound. So I did order another Phase 2, another Ion Max, Rockstar, and an IQ Tour, and I'm going to be drilling those up for kind of like the next few weeks.
You can't go wrong with Phase 2 anyway. No,
I already have one. It rolls really good. I probably won't drill that one right away. It'll just kind of hanging around. What's up, Tommy? Out here at Town and Country Lanes today. So I'm gonna experiment with I think it's like 4.5 by 15 or 4.5 by 1. Oh no, 5 inches, 5-inch by 1, and then shine it. Because I don't know, it'll be a little bit more rolly, and I don't use a lot of pearl anyways, so I don't really, especially with the lane beds the way they are.
Yeah.
I don't really foresee myself.
But that could be your late block ball possibly.
Last
Since
year
it's got
I
a little shine on
I
it
used the reality for 6 games
yeah,
last year.
all day.
So
I'm just saying, if
how
by
far
chance,
down do I have to go?
let's say they made the pattern 25 mils or 24 mils on teams or
I
something.
still have a level. I still have
What I'm
some
saying
balls
is
that will
if
roll
it
well.
actually
Will it clear the
starts to
fronts?
break down a little bit.
Will it clear the fronts is the question.
Right.
But with the polish on it will, but it's still going to be rolly enough. It's not going to give me that pearl characteristic too much.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm going to experiment with it a little bit just to see exactly what's happening. But, I do have a general idea of what's going to go. So we'll see what happens. I'm going to see how the IQ Tour is too. I don't mind bringing some balls that flare less, but the Ion Pro is also something I'm thinking about. So there's a few wild cards in there. I don't know how you guys can pick so quickly. It's just
I've been practicing on the patterns for years now, but I just
you don't have to reinvent the wheel.
right,
You need
exactly.
To,
I feel like I know what to
I have
expect.
less options as well.
I need early roll for especially doubles and singles, and then when we're in teams trying to play up the gutter to kind of burn them up a little bit, and then I know that I need to move into some cleaner stuff, which I like my AI and I like my 25. So I just know that those are good for later, and I know that my reality and my reality check are good for early. So it's kind of that middle ground, like where do I bring a phase 2 or do I bring a summit ascent to be that transition ball from right to left, moving right to left.
we don't have to do that much on the left.
No, or ever. But yeah, so that's and that's mostly for teams, I guess, too. I mean, the videos that we've seen, just judging it off the videos for doubles and singles, guys in games 3 and 4 are still using what looked like phase 2s and, symmetrical, strong stuff, like strong as in solid. I mean, so early grabbing compared to, a shiny ball, in my opinion, anyway.
Yeah. So that's what I was thinking about. I've got the extra Ion Max coming in. I might not drill it. I might drill it. I might not drill it. I don't foresee myself bringing a hyperdrive.
Which I'm surprised. Why not?
The hyperdrive?
Yeah. I mean, the Ion Max and hyperdrive, at least from the looks of them going down the lane, are pretty similar.
Yeah, the pinup hyperdrive for me is a little bit earlier, a little bit more stronger off the friction. The reason I like the Ion Max is because I like a lower intermediate differential. I like lower PSA values on the asymmetrical balls because they have a longer hook window. They're a little bit slower out of the break point.
Mm-hmm.
So if I'm going to stay into something or try to stay into a type of motion out there, on the left at least, I want something that has a large hook window that is really kind of forward and just not. I mean, the hyperdrive might be a little more forward because it comes off of it a little bit more quickly. It uses energy quicker.
Mm-hmm.
But the IMX gives me a little bit more continuation, and it has a longer hook window. So that way I can kind of keep my angles in front of me a little bit more. But I know I'm not going to lose too much. I mean, I did throw a reality for 6 games last year.
For doubles and singles.
I mean, I could also bring that one too. I'm not against it. I'm going to
that one I feel like is cleaner and quicker off the spot than an Ion Max.
Oh, no, that reality is rolls.
For you. But mine is quick.
Mine tumbles.
Yeah, mine does not.
Mine's a 5-inch pin down. It literally just tumbles in the pocket. It's kind of like my Idol and my Summit Peak. They're all the same layout, and they all kind of do the same thing, except one's symmetrical and one's asymmetrical.
That was the only thing I was considering drilling before we go would be if I don't bring my reality, would be a Max or a hyperdrive. But we haven't seen any videos anyway of guys using those.
No, you got to remember it's got to fit your style as well.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? I don't particularly think you would need all that. Typically you get
my big rev rate and
you do better off with like a cleaner cover, like an S2 or an X. You don't like the XL?
No, God no.
I would say you'd probably want like an S2.
Interesting. I do like the attention star.
2-part pearl, but it's got one part solid. You can use a little bit more surface on it. It's still clean. Of course, still fairly rolly to me, but it just depends on everybody. Everybody's a little different. But
it's definitely rollier than the attention star for sure.
Yeah, I definitely want the Max of the reality out there. I do have a brand new reality that I could also drill, but I don't really find the need for that yet. It just depends. If I use the Ion Max, I'm probably gonna use a 4.5-inch pin. 4 4-inch pin, maybe. I think it's a 4-inch pin on the Ion Max, and then I have a 5-inch pin Reality. So I have quite a bit of gap there. Where the 5-inch
Whole
pin,
half inch.
yeah, full inch.
Oh, you said 4. I thought you said 4.5. Sorry.
Yeah, 4. So it's going to keep it a little bit more online, a little bit more tumbly, so I can play a little bit farther left. And I feel like at Nationals, I don't have to really do much. If I can keep the ball up the lane, that's it. But the funny thing is either I'm pretty usually in my spot, which I'm going to call my league spot, which is a little bit farther left, but like I stand here, throw there, and it's like it works almost every year there. Or I'm playing fifth arrow. There is no in between for me. Like remember
at Nationals on brand new lanes
at Reno.
Oh,
no,
well,
I'm just
Reno
saying.
Makes sense.
I'm saying my area is usually where I look
There's
at
no
3.
in between.
Yeah,
It's either
there's
left or right.
I'm either playing like fairly straight. I'm never really playing super straight. It's always kind of like in the middle of the lane or right. I'm never like on the gutter.
Yeah.
At Nationals. Like last year, I tried to be a little bit more on the gutter, and it wasn't good. I saw where Matt was because he should never ever be farther right than me. If you're watching, Matt, you should never be farther right than me.
Ever.
And when I saw he was farther right than me and he was scoring, I said, well, that means I have to go right.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, and then I did, and then I started bowling well. So, we'll see what happens. A lot of choices out there. I think for the righties in our group, if you're not drilling IQAI, you are not smart.
There's Zach Phillips, and I don't know who else that I've seen that has it.
Is it that good?
But when Zach Phillips throws it, all he does is strike.
It looks good. Perry Crowell did well with it in doubles and singles too.
And he, not Perry, but Zach, hits a lot of boards between shots, meaning you never know.
Spray gun, Zach.
Come on.
You never know where it's going.
Come on.
All in love, Zach. All in love. But yeah. And if he misses in, it just sits there. And if he misses right, it peels off of it. And that was on Sport Chat too the other day. And I just couldn't believe it.
Yeah, but is it good enough to bring that end as N25?
Right. No, I see. To me, I have the 25. That's what I'm taking.
Yeah.
I don't need to drill another boomerang ball, although I know it's a little rolly or whatever you say. The IQ AI.
Couldn't tell you. Couldn't remember.
So the 25 for me is totally fine. I don't need to duplicate that ball. But yeah, it looks good if you're looking for something to drill and you're for the third game of teams or fourth, fifth, sixth game of doubles and singles. That looks like a good ball.
I prefer
not to start with
one.
though.
I am going to try a blue IQ as well. We'll see how all that goes.
Oh, a tour.
Yeah, but I do like a few of the balls. I like my Ion Pros a lot. My AI.
I'm starting to like the Ion Pro a lot more now that it's actually got lane shine on it.
The Ion Pro is a very good piece of equipment.
It's allergic to oil for me, so it would have worked great last night.
Yeah, you should probably get another one.
No thanks.
Drill it stronger.
Well, anyway, we are just a few weeks away. And
I paid Austin to bring my stuff down.
Already? Well, that's not right.
I jumped on it. My wife and my bowling balls.
Well, Zach, I need you. Or if Austin's willing,
No.
I'll pay him too.
I paid him $80 a bag.
No, you didn't. No shot.
Yeah, I did.
No shot.
I gave him $80.
We'll talk about it
I
after
don't
the show,
disclose
Austin.
details.
I gave him $80.
I told you I was going to give him 100.
Well, I did 80, so give him 80.
Anyway, we'll talk about it after the show.
We
But Zach,
practicing tonight?
Zach hit me up because I know you're driving too. You guys can. My knee got blown apart last night again.
So here's the problem with Kyle, everybody. Kyle's an old man now. He needs to wear a knee brace and a cane. And then when he bowls, he doesn't need the cane.
I don't walk around with a cane, but
Hey, listen, my dad got a knee replacement this year. He said it went pretty well.
I believe they'll say that I'm a little too young to replace a knee already.
Skiffer, BJ Skiffington. I haven't thrown a ball since August Nationals, and Nationals for me is next week. This should be a good time. Oh yeah, it will.
That's
It's gonna be a blast.
The only practice you need is the 10 minutes before you get out there. All right.
You could warm up on the practice lane on the picture lane. You could buy pictures of
Could you
yourself
imagine?
throwing it and
You're like
warm
getting
up
your
on
timing where you're doing drills.
It did not help me last year.
Oh yeah, you got a free one, right?
Yeah. And I tried it all. First of all, it was weird up there. Like I couldn't throw it.
That scares me.
Yeah, it was so weird.
How about they don't oil the lane, right?
No, they might have put a little bit in just so it doesn't
They might put
flip
a
off the
spritz,
lane.
so,
Yeah,
but
but I want to say no, but it could be a little bit because the lane's only 15, 20 feet long.
My favorite part is like back in the day, you would line up for that because you had no practice.
Yeah. Yo, you had 2 balls in each lane.
You had 2 balls in each lane, so everybody would line up and get their pictures taken. Great thing for the USBC because everybody gets a picture.
Well, and you pay for it.
And yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So, and then you got to get. So that's my question. Is back in the day, I know we're short on time here, but back in the day when we didn't have all these oil absorption balls and all this crazy technology and all this oil or whatever, they got 2 shots on each lane.
But back when you're talking about, when you went bowling, you were generally in the same spot everywhere. I'm not saying like, oh, this place was always different or this place was tighter, but most of the time you're bowling straight down the lane, and I'm regurgitating what some older guys have told me, not my experience, because I didn't bowl back in the 70s and 80s, obviously.
Sure.
Shut up. But generally speaking, I'm told they would bowl in the same area, and the balls, like you said, weren't super oil absorbing. So you basically sat there the whole day too. So once you found out, maybe I need to be a little more right, maybe I need a little more left,
did it with the hand.
That's where you were, and you would, definitely help it with
exactly my point.
Tricking
Thanks
the ball.
for literally debating and bringing that into my point. Thank you.
Yeah, I was just explaining why.
We should do that.
You want to go back to 2 shots on each lane?
Yep.
Even though everybody's using different bowling. Back then, everybody used the same bowling balls, whether they were made from this guy or that guy.
I do.
They were all the same.
I do want to do it.
Okay.
It would keep scores down.
Keeps the integrity of the lane pattern there longer.
Well, that is true. But I need like 5 minutes minimum to be loose.
Well, I mean,
there's
other options. I mean, you can pick your times to be later at night, and you can warm up at a bowler's journal and warm up and then go back and warm up whatever.
If I'm sitting for
that hour break in between,
it's worse than it's worse.
Squad would mess me up.
Way worse when you bowl for a while.
Yeah, but
then your body goes.
Yeah, but then you be loose. You just got to keep yourself a little bit loose. You be walking around, keep it loose. Then you go get your pictures, bing, bang, boom. Now 2 shots in a lane. Let's go.
Yeah, you make it sound very easy.
Give me 10 minutes of not throwing a ball, and my thumb is already not.
Listen,
going
that
back.
happened to me last night. We had a machine problem, and they fixed it, and we were down for a little bit. I mean, it is what it is. I think that would be a lot more interesting because then the teams can't just break them down in practice. And then, you literally have to work on it in the middle of the match. Like, do you want to work on it? It would make the game a lot more different, probably a lot more lower scoring, I would think.
The scores were way lower back then, and you didn't have the multiple honor scores.
That's what I'm saying. I'm just saying that it would keep the integrity of the pattern longer, possibly. I mean,
and by integrity, you mean the actual build of the pattern.
Yeah.
Not saying the pattern's not. It doesn't have its own integrity, but
there you go, Tommy Donato.
If you pump down a mile of Miller Lights, you can be loose. Pile of Miller Lights, you can be loose before practice.
There you go.
Yeah, that's already done.
And I think that would be a way better way to go. It'd be more traditional. Guys would actually have to play the lane and break it down at the same time instead of wearing it in for 10 minutes and then, all right, we got a decent amount of bumper here. I mean, I'm just saying.
I think the teams that do that anyways would still do that and be okay. Just wouldn't.
Yeah.
The big game would wait till the last game, not second or maybe one in the first.
I'm not disagreeing. I'm just saying that it would make it interesting. I also will agree to Skiffer that, yeah, man, I throw the first ball 5 miles an hour down the lane.
Yeah.
I just get my hand kind of underneath it and just try to roll it to get my hand like, hey, we're going to go bowling right now.
Although I will say, sorry, Austin, I will say, like, let's say you show up late, not you, but just in general, like, let's say you got to league late and you had like 2 shots, like your warm-up, at least my warm-up routine, I shouldn't even call it a routine, but when I know that I've got a couple shots to throw, my body or my brain tells my body that, like,
we're going to throw this on 100 miles an hour.
Well, not 100 miles an hour, but we're ready to go. We have to bowl now. So I definitely throw it different. Like when I'm just up there and I walk up nice and easy and my body's like, but then when my brain tells us it's game time, it's like, whoa, I can actually throw it and get a couple shots in and not thinking that I have all that warm up time. You know what I mean? And like, even when we go to nationals, that first shot, I don't feel like here at night when I'm like,
Well, it's go time. Your adrenaline's going.
That's what I'm saying. Is your adrenaline's pumping, so I guess you get a little bit more of a true practice shot than you do if you are just league warming up, nonchalant. You know what I mean? So
I will say when we get out there, I do throw a few spare shots like right off the rip, and I try to throw them as hard as I can.
Just get your body way loose.
Just to try to
it's like a cheetah going after a gazelle.
They don't stretch. They just get up and go. So
you pull a hammy.
And I grab my freaking ball and I wing that son of a gun down there, so that way I can get ready.
Mm-hmm. Get a good look at the lanes too.
Well, I throw it down. Well, then when I actually start, I'm a little bit. My arm's a little bit freer. My wrist. You
also get to just fart around on your side of the lane while we're all trying to burn up the first arrow. You know.
You think I actually try to help you, ready? I throw my first ball down the middle.
What I'm saying is, you get to be like, all right, I'm going to try this one over here, this one over here, you know this one over here.
I throw like the first two down. Well, I throw the first two down the middle, then I throw spare shots, because if I throw the first two down the middle, everybody has a chance while they're burning the lane up to see how long the pattern is.
Mm-hmm.
So that way they don't have to waste the shot.
Yeah, I got you.
That's a team player.
Wow, thank you.
You should thank me. I'm basically your savior out there. That's how you guys know how long it is.
All because you throw that first ball.
Yep.
Got it.
That's why I should go first every time.
Okay. All right. Well, that does it. Season number 5 is in the books. 30 episodes this year.
How many did we have last year?
Probably close to the same.
So we've had 150 episodes.
Yeah, we broke 100 this year. I forgot to celebrate it. Or last year. This year. I think it was this year we broke 100 episodes. Forgot to celebrate.
Deke, why national championships suck?
And was that the applause? Did we get the applause? Yeah. Nice.
Or was it boo?
No, there's no more boo on it.
Do you guys remember any guests? Who your favorite guest was?
Yeah, my favorite guest was Connor LeClaire.
Oh, that was a good one. Who
are you thinking? Because you were not thinking him.
Matt Ogle was really good.
Oh yeah, Matt was on the show.
That was really good.
Mikey was good.
Oh, Mike was on the show.
Slaybaugh was good. Wait, are you talking about Mayor Mike?
No,
Mayor Mike was last year.
Man, there's so many good guests we had.
Mm-hmm.
I want to thank all of our awesome guests that came out.
Lazarchik. We also had Verity. So lots of guests.
Hook City.
Lots of Hook.
Bad for Kyle. Kyle, we're drilling 2 balls. Crown Victory.
Give me another
S2.
S2.
IQ Tour.
All right.
We're drilling everything on this wall right now.
Thank you guys for joining us again for another season. We will be back at the beginning of the season next year, right around Labor Day, when our first week of league is. And we are here every Thursday night, 7 p.m. We will have... the Players Tour will be on our channel. So if you guys are interested in catching the semifinals and the finals for the Players Tour, we're going to have a nice production for that. We got a new setup for everything, so we should do pretty good. Have some nice coverage, and that'll look really nice for advertising the tour and for being on our channel. It'll all be good. So keep an eye out for that over the summer, and also for the 25-26 season of the Players Tour. That being said, thanks guys for another great season. Did you guys have fun?
Woo!
Yippee!
I'm very excited. I cannot wait for next year.
All right, guys, have a great summer. Do well in your golf leagues and your summer bowling leagues. Thank you to Jack Scaccia, proprietor of Town & Country Lanes, for letting us in here using all your power and Wi-Fi and all that good stuff. Anthony, thanks for letting us take over the pro shop every Thursday night. Thank you. Austin.
Yes.
Great season. Nice
job.
I
agree. I will moderate.
All right.
To
the left
Kyle
side is the hardest side.
Upgrades.
Yeah, thanks,
yeah, upgrades. Got cameras and lighting and all that good stuff.
Just remember, the left side has to be twice as good to beat any of the righties on any given day.
Okay. Whatever you say. Thank you to my family, Stephanie, Zach, and Ethan, for letting me be here every week. We got baseball season coming up, so it is time to play some Little League baseball. And Zach's crushing it on the lanes, by the way. He bowled in the sweeper last night, averaged 119. He's awesome.
I didn't know they allowed.
Yes, it was juniors too. Yep.
No. I didn't know they allowed you to play Little League.
Oh, dude, as long as I can hit some rockets out of the 125 feet or whatever it is. All right, guys, we will see you next season in September. This is Down Lane Podcast.